You know what's crazy? Most cars don't die from accidents. They slowly get killed by bad habits and lazy maintenance. Seriously, it's not some dramatic explosion or engine fire. It's silent. It's slow. And the worst part? Most of us don't even know we're doing it. People always say, oh, cars don't last past 150,000 miles. That's complete nonsense. With the right habits, your engine can easily hit 300,000 miles and not fall apart along the way. But here's the kicker. Most drivers are out here making the same avoidable mistakes that basically guarantee an early death for their car. So in this video, I'm breaking down the real habits that separate engines that last from ones that constantly fall apart and drain your wallet. And somewhere in the middle, we're gonna bust a popular turbo myth that's quietly wrecking thousands of cars right now, without people even realizing it. And trust me, stick around till the end. Because the final habit, it's so simple that even experienced car guys forget it, and it could literally save you thousands before your next breakdown. Let's get into it. 1. Ignore your manufacturer's oil change interval. Trusting your car's manufacturer for oil change intervals might sound logical, but it's one of the biggest traps in modern maintenance. Those long intervals they recommend, they're often designed to make ownership look cheap on paper, not to protect your engine in the real world. If you're driving in stop-and-go traffic, dealing with extreme temperatures, or making short trips, your oil breaks down much faster than they claim. That's why smart drivers stick to 5,000 miles or every 6 months, whichever comes first. Wait too long, and you risk thick sludge building up inside the engine, seals drying out and cracking, and eventually full-blown engine failure. It's not just about changing oil, it's about saving your engine's life. And while you've got the hood open, there's another silent killer most drivers forget entirely. 2. Change your transmission fluid before it's too late. They say transmission fluid lasts a lifetime, but they never tell you whose lifetime they're talking about. Lifetime transmission fluid is one of the most misleading claims in modern car care. The truth? Tiny metal particles constantly grind off your gears during everyday driving. Over time, those particles turn your fluid into liquid sandpaper, slowly wearing down your transmission from the inside out. That's why you should always do a drain and fill every 60,000 miles, or 6 years, whichever comes first. And here's the golden rule: never flush a transmission that's already slipping or showing signs of failure. You'll finish it off faster than you think. Always use OEM fluid. No substitutes. Your transmission isn't forgiving. Still think your fluids are fine? The next one might actually turn deadly if you ignore it. 3. Flush your coolant every 50k miles. Most drivers think coolant is a set it and forget it fluid, but that mindset could cost you your engine. Modern coolants may claim extended life, but over time they break down and become acidic. That acid doesn't just sit there, it starts eating away at your engine from the inside out. We're talking about water pump failure, leaking seals, clogged heater cores, even a blown head gasket. And the warning signs? They're easy to miss until it's too late. White smoke from the exhaust, coolant mysteriously vanishing, or random engine misfires. That's why smart drivers flush their coolant every 50,000 miles. No excuses. Ignore it, and your entire cooling system becomes a corrosive death trap. And if you've never thought about this next part, your engine could already be a ticking time bomb. 4. Replace your timing belt before it snaps. Your timing belt is one of the most critical parts of your engine, and yet, it's completely hidden, quietly ticking away until the moment it snaps. And when it does, game over. There are no warning signs, no squeaks, no check engine light, just sudden, catastrophic engine failure that can cost thousands to fix. That's why it's essential to replace your timing belt every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, or every 7 to 10 years, even if everything seems fine. And here's a smart tip: do the water pump at the same time. It's in the same area, and if it fails later, you'll have to pay for labor all over again. This one habit can literally save your engine. Want better MPG and smoother rides? The next habit not only saves fuel, it unlocks hidden performance. 5. Change spark plugs before they rob your fuel. Neglecting your spark plugs is like slowly choking your engine without even realizing it. Over time, worn plugs cause incomplete combustion, which means you're losing power, wasting fuel, and polluting your engine. In fact, bad plugs can slash your fuel economy by up to 30%, and you'll feel it in slow starts, rough idling, engine misfires, or even a strong raw fuel smell. Don't wait for your check engine light. Replace your spark plugs every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, depending on the type. It's a small job that brings back lost power, smoother acceleration, and real savings at the pump. And while we're talking about what feeds your engine, let's talk about fuel filters, the part most drivers forget until it's too late. 6. Don't wait for a dead fuel pump. Change the fuel filter. Your fuel filter is your engine's first line of defense, and neglecting it is like letting dirt and grime shred your fuel pump from the inside. Over time, debris builds up, forcing the pump to work harder until it finally gives out. For older cars, replacing the fuel filter every 30,000 to 60,000 miles is crucial. Newer models might stretch closer to 100,000, but don't push your luck. And always relieve the fuel pressure before swapping it out, unless you like fuel spraying everywhere. It's a cheap fix that can prevent a breakdown costing hundreds. Too many people skip the next habit until it's a full-blown emergency. 7. Flush your brake fluid every 2-3 years. Brake fluid might seem like a set it and forget it fluid, but it quietly absorbs moisture over time, and that moisture kills your stopping power. When the fluid's boiling point drops, your brakes can fade or even fail, especially under hard braking or in emergencies. That's why flushing it every 2-3 years is a must. A $20 moisture tester can literally save your life. Don't wait until the pedal feels soft or your car takes longer to stop. By then, the damage is already done. But some damage happens even when you're not touching the pedal. 8. Stop dragging your brakes. If you're the type to keep your foot lightly resting on the brake pedal, you're doing serious damage without even realizing it. That habit causes constant friction, which overheats your brakes, warps your rotors, and wears out your pads way faster than normal. Worse, it can confuse your transmission and kill your fuel economy. Instead, practice engine braking and keep a safe distance so you don't have to ride the brakes. It's smoother, safer, and way cheaper in the long run. Now let's move from brakes to another part almost nobody checks, but absolutely should. 9. Service your differential and transfer case. If you drive a rear-wheel, all-wheel, or four-wheel drive vehicle, servicing your differential and transfer case isn't optional, it's essential. These components handle massive torque and heat, and the heavy-duty fluid inside them breaks down over time. Skipping fluid changes every 30,000 to 50,000 miles leads to metal-on-metal wear, gear damage, and repairs that can cost thousands. These aren't parts you want failing on the road or off it. Next up, we're talking about a tiny part with massive consequences. 10. Clean your MAF sensor. MAF sensor, short for mass airflow, controls the fuel-to-air ratio your engine depends on. But when it gets dirty, that precise balance gets thrown off, leading to rough idling, stalling, sluggish acceleration, and terrible gas mileage. Luckily, cleaning it is simple. Use a dedicated MAF sensor cleaner every 30,000 miles, and whatever you do, never use brake cleaner or WD-40, it'll destroy the sensor. Keep it clean, and your engine breathes easier and runs smoother. Speaking of breathability, your engine also needs a fresh PCV valve. 11. Replace your PCV valve every 30K, 50K miles. The PCV valve might be small, but it plays a huge role in your engine's health. Its job, relieve pressure from the crankcase so harmful gases don't build up. But when it gets clogged or stuck, that pressure has nowhere to go, leading to oil leaks, blown seals, excessive oil burning, and even head gasket failure. Replacing your PCV valve every 30,000 to 50,000 miles is an easy, cheap DIY fix that can prevent some of the most expensive engine repairs. You've made it this far. Now here's a tip even most car lovers overlook. 12. Get your alignment checked every 15K miles. Getting your alignment checked every 15,000 miles might not sound urgent until your tires start wearing out unevenly, your steering feels off, and your fuel economy mysteriously drops. Misalignment doesn't just ruin your tires, it puts extra strain on your suspension and steering components. It's not a DIY job, but it's one of the smartest shop visits you can make. Smooth ride, better control, and longer tire life, all from one simple check. And before we wrap, there's one cold weather habit that's quietly killing your engine. 13. Stop cold revving. It's silent engine murder. Cold revving your engine might sound harmless, but it's actually silent engine murder. Around 90% of engine wear happens during cold starts, when your oil is still thick and hasn't had time to reach critical moving parts. When you rev right after starting, you're forcing metal-on-metal contact at high RPMs, and that's a recipe for internal damage. Instead, let your engine idle for 30 to 60 seconds, then drive gently until it warms up. It's a small habit that protects your engine for the long haul. Bonus habit: keep a logbook. Here's a bonus habit that most drivers overlook, but it can save you thousands. Keep a logbook. Just jot down every oil change, spark plug replacement, filter swap, alignment, and fluid service. It's not just about being organized. It helps you catch patterns early, avoid missed maintenance, and proves to future buyers that you've taken care of your car. Whether it's a $2 notebook or a simple app on your phone, this tiny habit protects both your wallet and your car's resale value. And there you have it, 13 simple habits that can literally save your engine and your wallet. Most car breakdowns aren't bad luck, they're just bad maintenance. But now you know better. So here's your challenge. Pick one habit and fix it this week. Start small. Your car will thank you, and so will your bank account. If you learned something today, hit that like button. Comment below with a habit you're going to start or one you've been guilty of. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips that keep your car running stronger, longer. Thanks for watching. Drive safe, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.